Hi, Andrew from SACS. I'm speaking to you today with a sense of frustration. There have been many highly publicised cases of abuse and neglect in sectors such as childcare, disability, aged care, but still we see people being appointed to these roles without appropriate due diligence. Due diligence is available. We're going to suggest that there are enormous risks in undertaking recruitment in these care sectors and in other sectors as well without undertaking appropriate due diligence using contemporary psychometric solutions. This is Leon Ashton's HEXACO. It's a model of personality which has been demonstrated to be evidence-based, and I just want to pick out a couple of characteristics. Firstly, agreeableness. Agreeableness is the degree to which a person is angry. Angry people can be demonstrated to be a much greater risk from the point of view of abuse and neglect. Anger is not a good thing in any workplace, but in a care environment, it's toxic. The second characteristic I want to point out is honesty-humility. Honesty-humility is the characteristic of being honest, truthful, fair, and not arrogant, which is what the modesty bit means. When people are high on this, they tend to be more trustworthy, they tend to be more honest, they tend not to steal or to abuse. And I'm going to show you some research findings associated with honesty-humility. Firstly, honesty-humility relates to the combination of characteristics that we call psychopathy, where a person demonstrates a manipulative, conning style of interactions with others, an erratic, uncontrolled or impulsive lifestyle, a callous insensitivity to others' concerns, and a pattern of chronic and varied negative activity. And you'll find that the HEXACO model of personality identifies a range of things that are risks: low honesty, humility, low conscientiousness, low extroversion, antisocial behaviour. And so there are psychological markers of these things. In short, you can markedly reduce the tendency to these negative behaviours by screening on these evidence-based characteristics. And in addition, likelihood to sexually harass, which is a readiness to use social power for sexually exploitative purposes. Well, there are a range of psychological indicators, but in particular, the honesty-humility scale of the HEXACO is a good indicator of this type of behaviour. So in short, due diligence is available. It's not expensive, and every time a client has embarked on this kind of screening, they have reduced other costs as well, things like staff turnover, absenteeism, those kinds of things. I urge you to try it. And if you want to try it, here's a QR code which will give you the opportunity to avail yourself of a free trial of something which may well help you to minimise the probability of tragedy in future.